G'day, and thanks for joining me. Today we're checking out the demo for Wireworks, which is an upcoming tower defense game with roguelike and auto battler elements. And the main draw card for this one, I guess, is that you need to manage your wires, how you connect different things to create signals, which is how your towers, I presume, get their powers. I don't know, I've only read about it, I haven't tried it yet, but we're going to find out. It just sounded really interesting, and it's just another really cool demo that's available now thanks to the Steam Next Fest. As always, if you're interested, I will leave a link to the Steam page in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Let's go. Alright, so it's a really cool little interactive menu here, which is nice. We're just going to go new game. We've only got one character available in the demo, which is fair enough. We have the Knight, who starts with the basic sword kit. We'll go with him. Choose our difficulty. We're going to just keep it all standard, I think, and we'll figure out what's going on. Alright, what is happening here? We have a little play space over here, little castle, little sword flying over it, cool. Alright, your weapons are controlled by input modules. That's the word I was looking for, modules. Module outputs are controlled using sliders and dials. Items are either weapons or modules. Press go to start combat when ready. So we've got the sword weapon, and we've got an up-down module and a left-right module attached, and they're both sort of mid-strength. And I think that's what's defining the way this sword is moving over here behind this little message. So, for example, can I edit this? Let's turn up the amplitude. There we go, we've got almost like a little broken figure 8 going on. Let's turn that down a bit. If I turn one up, it'll hopefully just turn into a little, like, orbiting circle. That's what I want. Kind of. Let's see how it goes. We're in the Goblin Woods, and we're being attacked by tiny little pixel goblins. And our flying sword is, not protecting the castle very well. But we cleared the wave. We got some money, we got some bonuses. We can drag two of the same item together to upgrade it, so we can upgrade the sword. This is in the shop, by the way. That cost $5. We have 19. We can also buy some new modules down here as well. Let's upgrade the sword. Okay, it does more damage now, which is nice. We can buy a rat, which gains damage for each other rat. Horseshoe, give 50% speed to the pet above this. Is the rat a pet? Yes, it is. So there's a little bit of a synergy there. Unfortunately, we only have $14. Triangle, move the weapon in a triangle. Move the weapon in a diagonal ellipse. Split one input into two outputs. Okay. It's $3. Whoops. Let's try a triangle. I'm going to hide the shop so we can actually see what effect this has. I'm just going to unplug those. I'm going to triangle up this sword. So that looks good because that's actually going to protect at short range. I can crank that up or I can turn it right down. That's a decent range. What's the amplitude? Okay. Let's just see how that goes. Can I sell these? Yes, I can sell these for $1. Not going to do that because obviously we're going to have other weapons that we need to modulate, I guess. Alright, let's see how this goes. Still got the little goblins. Oh, we have some bats coming now. Let's see how our upgraded triangle sword is going to fare. So interesting to note, the castle here did seem to regenerate between levels, so it doesn't matter, I guess, if we take a little bit of damage. That did affect our bonus though, so still avoid it where possible. See that, the HP bonus? Alright, we can upgrade the module as well, apparently. Plus 10% amp speed. Cool. Move the weapon in a circle, that's what we want. The egg on kill transforms into a pet bird. Weapons have the chance to heal. How much money have I got? 21. A turbo bot. Give adjacent modules plus 30% speed. Ah, so it's a module, not a weapon. Interesting. No, it is a weapon. You can just put it alongside the modules. Okay. I'm going to get the circle. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just turn that sword into a little orbiting circle. We're going to turn down the amplitude and keep him nice and close. Just because we don't want anyone to sit in the middle of the castle and not get attacked, basically. And I think we'll chuck in an egg. We'll offer an egg in this trying time. On kill, it'll transform into a pet bird. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll find out. Might upgrade the horizontal as well, just to have, I guess. And the egg maybe can be a little triangle orbit. I'm going to lower that right down, and it could be more close range. Although that will turn into a pet bird. I don't know. I think we just have to find out. We'll learn by doing, as they say. So we've got a little gold goblin here. More bats coming in. They're getting swept up pretty easily. Egg might not get a chance to actually get a kill here, which I didn't consider. Thought I was doing the right thing keeping it low range, but clearly not. Okay, so we didn't learn much then, except that we need to think things through a little bit better. Chance to get gold or dollars from killing. All items have plus 2% damage, 50% less speed. On kill, chance to heal. I think we'll just go that. So that's just like a general upgrade. It's not tied to any particular weapon. That's just a perk for us. What have we got? A cutter. Deals plus 2 damage on hit if moving at over 100% speed. A fire staff, a ring of fireballs. Horseshoe. Move weapon to a fixed point. Vertical. Splitter. This is a really cool concept. I'm going to go with the... How much money have I got? $20. I can actually get the cutter and the fire staff. Although I've got to fit them in somehow. They're pretty big. Take up 2 slots. I can get both, but should I upgrade the vertical? Let's just focus on firepower. What does this look like at the moment? But the cutter and the fire staff both doing nothing. How does that look? Good long range. We'll up that speed, so it'll just fly back and forth like crazy. And then we'll get the cutter. Go 100% speed, so it gets the damage buff. Over 100% speed. Maybe we can't do that. Actually, I think we need to swap these. Because that one is upgraded and can go over 100, right? There we go. And we'll push the egg out a little bit, just so it has a chance to hit something, and I want to see what this pet bird thing does. There we go. Good luck, goblins. Oh, the fire one spits fireballs out as well. That's nice. And they follow this, they orbit around it almost. Very cool. What a fun concept for a game. So I love tower defense. I love auto battlers. This is almost like backpack battles in a way, but just this unique module system, which is just really fun. I'm surprised I haven't seen something like this before. This is a problem. We have range units now that can just sit just outside our range and take shots. Thankfully we got him. Probably due to some random deviations, but we need a plan for that. On kill, plus 1 damage and plus size for 1 second. Okay. Follows the weapon. Attached weapon counts as mech and has plus 1 damage. Cool. An inductor. Adjacent weapons get a zap on hit. Move a weapon in a spiral. How much have we got? $11. Can't afford the inductor, unfortunately. I can lock. It locks the whole shop, not just one item. That's interesting. Don't think I'll do that, though. I will grab the spiral. Let's see if the fire staff plays nicely in a spiral. Oh, there is a reroll as well. I've only got $8. I'll give that a minute. Alright, well that will definitely take care of anyone sort of just sitting outside of range. I actually wonder though. What happens if I do that? Looks just chaotic, doesn't it? Can we crank that? Or reduce it? Oh, we'll just see how it goes, I guess. The Fire staff still needs to move. Just do that. Alright, $8 left. Can't buy anything. Don't want to re-roll. Don't want to lock. We'll carry on. What's this? Last wave damage. Fire staff did the majority with 86. Then the cutter, then the sword. That's interesting. The egg did nothing. Egg, we're going to crank you. And see if we can hit someone. Oh wait, you don't need to hit, you need to kill. So, good luck. You do no damage. How are you going to kill if you don't do damage? Didn't even notice that. So maybe we need to pair that with something else that will give it some damage. So we sort of have to earn this pet bird. It's not just going to happen. Interesting. $14. Holy moly. Life staff. 5 magic points. Heal 3 HP. Damage 2. Magic points plus 1 a second. So every 5 seconds we heal 3 HP. Interesting. We've got some magic items coming through now. Give +2 damage to adjacent items for 1 second. Every 3 seconds. Gives +2 damage to modules. Does that mean these modules will apply an extra 2 damage? Or is it for modules that already do damage? Great question. Or wave. I'm going to try that. Oh, that's silly. Hang on. Can this go here and then this go... No. How do I hook this to a module? Ah. Maybe? I don't know. We'll try. Well, let's see. So if I have... Oh, that's an output. So who gets that +2 damage? I don't know what I'm doing here. Split one input into 2 outputs. I would have thought this was an input. But it is not. Is that actually a... Oh, it's a weapon. Right. I don't know why I thought that was a module. Okay, it's a weapon. Okay. Let me just disconnect you for a moment. Gotcha. Okay. Now I follow. So you're going to have the similar trajectory to the sword and just kind of flip around there a little bit. We'll crank that up maybe. That'll do. Let's see how this goes. We are taking some hits. These range units are causing some issues. Might just have to give up on the egg for now. Alright, we can unlock a skill. Every 3 seconds, stun all enemies. 1 magic point is second to all wands, or on hit, 30% chance to shoot bone shards. Sure. Bit of extra damage. Sand stick. Okay. Bear claws. Mana pot. Right. Let's upgrade the triangle, I guess, and reroll. A mace with knockback. Hammer. Treat. Juice. Give 3 damage to the pet below this. The egg is a pet. Therefore, let's just tidy this up a little. Juice. The egg now has damage. Godspeed, little egg. Get that kill. Who did the most damage? The cutter by far. Nice. Come on, you egg. Yes, we got a pet bird. Every 40 kills, it creates another egg. Nice, and he looks like he's just homing in on things and killing them. That's awesome. That was worthwhile, actually. And you're getting that extra damage from the juice still. A triple projectile. 2 damage to the attached item. We can get that vertical upgrade finally. $16, yeah, I'll do that just to have it. Whoops. Then we'll re-roll. Scythe. On kill, summon an allied ghost. Do the most damage and the least damage here. So I kind of want to make room for that. I like another summon item. And I would like to mix it up a bit, but I might need to sell some things. Can I store them? I don't think so. Oh well, let's go for it. I'm going to sell the fire staff. I'm going to buy the scythe. That scythe is going to... Where's our circle here? I've got no dollars left. Okie dokie. How does this look? You might need a triangle. That's ridiculous. Alright, give it a go. Seems a bit chaotic, but anyway. What is that red square that I saw? That's cool though. I saw the little ghosties doing some work. And the bone fragments, which is a nice little bonus. We can upgrade the cutter. +2 speed bonus damage, nice. A drone that shoots explosive rockets. It's classified as a mech pet. Cool, let's upgrade the cutter. Oh, what's that worth? 10, yeah, we can afford that. Extra damage, because you are already up there as our, well, second place damage now, thanks to the bird. And the scythe is doing good work. Sword and screwdriver are basically useless. What is that screwdriver doing? Ah, yeah, I see. Let's crank up the amplitude then. Obviously, they weren't getting a good hit on anything. Try that. Hopefully we've got enough with our bird and the ghosts that nothing should get too close to us. Ooh, chicken laid an egg. The ghost's doing some good work for us. Ranged units aren't so much of a problem anymore. We've got this crazy scythe and cutter flying everywhere. Beautiful. Okay, we can upgrade the circle. Bit of extra speed. It's probably worth doing for $3, I'd say. Like you can control these while they're in the shop. Alright, chuck that on there. We're gonna re-roll. Out of room. The sword and the screwdriver are almost due for replacement, I would think. Shoots holy beams whenever you heal. And I have a 10% chance to heal on kill. So that might be something. Only 1 damage. That's only 10% of every kill. Don't know about that. If I had a better heal, I probably would go for it. Let's try another reroll. Bloodblade. Gains an extra damage every 40 kills. Grimoire. Start of the wave. Create a pet imp. Give weapon fire trail. That could be cool as well. God, so many choices. Look, I don't think this screwdriver is giving anyone any damage. I'm just not seeing it working. I think we're just going to sell that, and I think we're going to sell the sword. That's a mech, actually, so this would give the cutter an extra 2 damage, and do 2 damage of its own. I got the idea of a sword, because that'll scale. I was like the idea of another summon. Let's try that. Let's try that. We'll connect you. Actually, what we need to do is swap the egg and the bird. So the egg gets the damage from the juice, so we'll actually do some damage so that it can transform into another bird. We're going to give that a nice circle. So the egg is orbiting around and we'll hopefully get a couple of kills. And we'll just crank that. And obviously the sword we want to get lots of kills because then it will keep leveling up its damage. I think that's all we want to do for now, so let's see how this new layout works. As long as we can cover the loss of the sword and the screwdriver for 1 round, we should be okay. Although already we're seeing some close range units are causing us a few little issues. We have 2 birds now, which is wonderful. You win and unlocks difficulty 2. Oh, I say it's not a continuous run. Thanks for playing. The full version will include 150 plus items and skills, unlockable characters, 3 unique stages, endless mode, and more. I'm not done with this yet, I don't think. I want to see more. Really cool concept. Difficulty 2 is harder enemies. We can probably give that a go now that we sort of have some idea of what's going on. We'll make him a bit crazy. And we'll go. Goblin Woods again. This game might do with a fast forward button at some point. Not too bad. 9 gold to spend, I'm 19 now. Screwdriver, now we've been there. A long sword. 4 inputs. Seems crazy. Circle. Splitter. Gonna have both these swords going in a circle. We're gonna have the longsword doing an opposite sort of orbit. Kind of. Nope, not opposite, just chaotic. Chuck that in as well, for good measure. So the base sword is pretty safe close to home. The big sword will be flying around like a madman. We've got a little armoured goblin here. Took 3 hits. How will I ever cope? Not bad at all. Alright, the scythe is back. That was kind of good. A horizontal upgrade as well. Don't have any heals. Should I grab that? 1 kill, summon a ghost. That was pretty good because the ghosts sort of homed in as well. Guess I'll grab it. Can always sell it again later if need be. I just don't have movement for him. And I can't afford anything new, so what was I thinking? Don't really want him sitting there, so maybe Longsword can share some of the fun here. Actually, we keep that pretty close. That should take care of anyone getting right up in my grill. Now the sword can probably afford to have a wider range. We should hopefully still be okay. Not too bad. Although that's a worry. That's a big worry. Uh-oh. When I said not too bad, I meant Awful. But we survived. Cost us a few dollars probably. Soul Drain. Pets give all mechs +1 damage. Give 2 damage to a random weapon on selling mech. I don't even have a mech. These aren't fantastic. Do I skip this for $10? Sure. Bit short-sighted, but whatever. USB gives plus 0.5 mana points a second to adjacent ones per mech. That's a bit crazy. We can upgrade the vertical. Another splitter. If I buy the vertical separately, can I then merge them later? I can. Well, that's nice. So then I can sort of have these two doing their own thing for a little while. I'm actually going to re-roll. The axe gives splash damage on hit. Gives a weapon a chance to heal on kill. Spiral, wave. Let's go wave. There we go. That scythe is just cleaning everything up now. Let's maybe take that down a notch. Perfect. Do I get the axe? Splash damage could be fun. There we go. Crank that. Bit more coverage. If I was a goblin, I wouldn't want to be attacking this castle, so we'll see how successful this is, but I reckon that's probably solved our main weakness from the last round. And nothing should be able to sit there and get close to us. It's just, with the chaos, it's a little bit random. Some of these ranged units are going to survive a little bit longer than I would have liked. And that was a little gold, a little treasure goblin. A ghost got him, I think. Flamethrower, hello. Fish. It's just a fish. Attached weapon counts as mech and has +1 damage. Okay, so that would be good for the synergy with the skill we skipped earlier. Point, triangle, and splitter. Kind of with the flamethrower. I can afford it. Flamethrower, triangle. Turn that right down. Turn that right down. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Who's doing all that damage at the moment? The longsword. He is the leader. Cool. See how dangerous this fire is. It's not bad, actually. A couple of stragglers made it through. Maybe the triangle wasn't the best choice for it. It's a little bit jittery. Inconsistent, maybe. Shuriken. Laser. Come on now. Triple projectile. We've got the juice again. Another circle. Alright, who's doing our damage and who's not? Sword. Oops. Bye-bye. Want to fit in this laser somehow. Oh, I can't even afford it. That's not good. Maybe I'll do that, and I will lock. Because I reckon a laser in a circle, just spinning around and around and around, just burning everything up, would be pretty good to see, I reckon. Try and tidy this up a little bit. So currently the longsword has the circle. What happens if we change that to a triangle? Yeah, it's a little bit janky. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Circle into splitter. Because I want those basically back the way they were. Then maybe the axe can go into triangle as well. Maybe. This is just a little bit insane. Then we lose some of our low range coverage. I might just leave that off for the moment. We don't need to overthink it quite so much for this early stage. Maybe the flamethrower range needs to be lowered a bit. It's more pivoting over the castle rather than leaving that gap. And then it should complete its rotations quicker and effectively attack faster. Vampire, heavy. We'll go vampire again. We'll go... How am I going to fit this laser in? Takes up 2 spots, doesn't it? So... I suppose the easy option is... We might risk ruining the scythe, but we'll upgrade that. That can go down there. Where am I putting this? Laser. Cool. Longsword, your days are over. We're laser flaming here. I'm going to reduce that to... There we go. Oh man, what a great concept this is. Do we want a triangle on the longsword? Yeah, let's see how it goes. Flamethrower's doing a huge amount of damage for us. See if it goes up now that we've changed its behavior a little bit. Laser's weak, but I like this kind of damage. And nothing's safe. Seems to be doing alright. Nothing's getting close like they were before. Laser did huge damage. Twice as much as the flamethrower, which was 3 times as much as the next best, so that's awesome. We can upgrade the scythe and the axe, but they're not doing a lot for us at the moment. So is that where we want to spend our money? The axe is doing a little bit of home defense, but it's not really getting a lot of damage out at the moment. Don't want to upgrade the triangle. I want to get rid of the triangle. Can I split the output of a splitter? Just asking for a friend. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Axe, gone. Triangle will go next if we need room. We're going to get a splitter. Oops. Okay. Just need to visualize this. I think I actually need to put the splitter above the other splitter. So the input in is circle. That goes to this splitter. This one goes to the flamethrower. This one goes to the laser. This one goes to longsword, I guess. So we have 3. Hang on. We do. That's working. Cool. What happens if we double up? We can't. Okay, they thought of that. That's good. Longsword. The only issue with that is it's such a short range, so we probably do need that just to keep it moving. Maybe an up-down as well. Yeah, sure. What else we got? May as well upgrade that. And I don't want to upgrade the triangle. I want the triangle to go away, so we'll re-roll. Another wave would be good, actually. So $3 triangle, you're gone. Wave is in. I'm going to get rid of up and down. We're going to put this wave to you. There we go. And we're going to change the amplitude, just so you're not following the exact same path as the scythe. And maybe... That's pretty fun. Does that look good? I'll just crank it and it can just go nuts. Why not? Get a bit of chaos happening. I like chaos in this kind of game. love to get another laser, or an upgraded laser. I like what it's doing for us. It's probably not getting a lot of kills, but it's at least doing a lot of damage and softening things up. How many kills is it getting? Don't tell me. I thought it was telling me kills before. Could be wrong. What do we have? Upgraded horizontal, snowball, fairy, blast area stuns, okay. Diagonal, nah, you're boring. Dumbbell. Boring. Adjacent weapons get zap. That could be interesting. Put that next to the laser. Maybe give it some like chain lightning effects. Flamethrower upgrade though seems like a no-brainer when we can afford it, so I want to lock that. Can I get rid of anything? I must get rid of... Oh no, that's not enough to afford it. Alright, I'll wait. Laser's still doing the bulk of the work for us. Long may it continue. Some red bats now, they're a little bit tankier. But I think we're under control. I'm just glad that when I saw there was a laser in the shop, I immediately knew this is what I wanted it to do. And the game gives you the tools to do it. Which is kind of rare. This level of customization. Alright, we'll definitely upgrade that now, I think. Bam. Extra damage, extra range. Inductor. I don't know. Let's do a reroll. Gives a weapon fire trail. So if I put that on the sword, for example, would that just coat this whole area in fire? What's it worth? 10. Oh, yeah, I'll give it a try, actually. We'll sell that. We'll buy this. Is it? It's hard to tell with the flamethrower. Yep, okay, it's definitely doing something. Alright. Or should I give that to the flamethrower? Then we have an extra layer of fire in like a circle in the middle, an inner circle. Then it just turns this whole thing into a death zone. Alright, we'll see. Goblin Saint. Fellow Saint down there. Hello, friend. You're a bit tanky. I just love that the laser and the flamethrower are just controlling the crowds. No need to waste time on precision. It's just a death spiral. And that worked really well. Ah, only disappointment, I guess, so far is that the runs are so short. Because I want to keep going. I can go to endless, maybe? Or is that not in the demo? Loop 2? Okay, it is in the demo. Cool. Fire staff? Gee, I could add more fire to this. Just have fire everywhere. Is that crazy? Last wave, damage none. Because I'd have to replace the longsword, I assume. Cost $10. Alright, what's the longsword attached to there? Wave and the splitter. You know what? Go for it. If I actually turn that wave off. I don't think it's actually doing much there. Actually, I think the fire one we can't. Oh, sorry, the fire stuff we can't see in the preview here. It'll only start firing in the match, and we'll see. Yeah, there it goes. all of a sudden it's looking a bit scary since we're on loop 2. I hope I find a way to scale up some damage pretty quick. We're holding out, but it doesn't seem too sustainable. I mean, we survived pretty comfortably. Who's done the damage here? Flamethrower, huge. Laser, huge. Fire Staff, 3rd place. Scythe, disappointing. And the Fire Gem... Oh, is that... Does that appear on its own as well? Or is that just counting its own damage here? Don't know. But we're upgrading the laser, so none of that really matters. +1 input and damage. Weapon scaler. Did somebody say fat lasers? What is it worth? 5. That sounds incredible. Crossing the wires a little bit. Scale weapon up and down. Can't tell if that's good or bad. Ah, so it's like 300% to 0. So there's a period of time where it's not doing any damage. Sounds risky. We'll crank it. We'll just see what happens. Ooh, disaster. Absolute disaster. I mean, I don't think we would have done any better without the scaler. But anyway, now we know. Now we know. That's actually really impressive. I love this concept of just how you customize and build your own weapons. And like I said before, I imagined something and I could build it, and it did exactly what I expected it to do, which is incredible. So very impressed actually with that. If you would like to check this out for yourself, the demo is available now thanks to the Steam Next Fest. I will leave a link to that in the description down below. The release date is March 2026, so the full version of this is not far away. So if you like the demo and you're interested, chuck it on your wish list, and it will let you know when the game releases. And if you like this content and want to see more like it, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot and keeps you in the loop when new videos drop. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.